Ayy, I'm fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip. Y'all fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip.
Yo! What it is. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Fanatical Massholes show. It's your boy Mizzo holding it down solo today. Hope y'all are well. We got a good show for y'all. A lot of topics to get into. We got some NBA. Jordan Poole. Was it one of the worst moves of the offseason? NBA draft. Is it a weak class? Get into a few other little rants that I'm going to get into, or just quick topics. Carissa Thompson. Man, I'm speaking on Oakland sports having no more teams. Team City of Oakland. That's a damn shame. Obviously, I got my locks, rants, bozos. Strap in. Before we do it, though, I'd like to shout out to our sponsors. When you look to get a plate, hit up my man Timothy Brunfield, Big Belly Barbecue. On Facebook, it's Timothy D. Brunfield. On Instagram, it's Fatboy 508, Big Belly Barbecue. He does catering, anything you want. Hit him up. You're looking to get some gear, hit my man C's Black, Charles Price, out at Southbridge, Young Fly Forever. You also got a website, www.youngflyforever.com. They got clothes for young men, young women, women, obviously men and women. So, adults, kids, all that. Check them out. Get fly with them. As always, like, subscribe, share, comment, support. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's get into it. Breaking news, though, right before we came on. We obviously know about Deshaun Watson. Heard about that. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday or Thursday? I think it was Thursday anyway. Heard about Deshaun Watson early this week going down for the season with a bone bruise in it, with a bone break in his shoulder, whatever the case is. News just came in. Joe Burrow's out for the season, wrist injury, having surgery on his wrist. Damn, that's a bad hit, man. Both those two quarterbacks, that kind of just kind of stopped the trajectory of where they were going. Again, I didn't have the Bengals in the playoffs. I did have the Browns in the playoffs. Cleveland still can make it because their defense is elite. I don't think Cincinnati's got a chance. They're 5-5. They got an uphill climb. Yeah, I don't see Jake Brown taking them anywhere. Nowhere fast. So yeah, their season's done. Anyway, rest up to both those boys, Joe Burrow and Deshaun Watson. Man, that's a tough break, man. That's just crazy, man. So yeah, obviously follow all the sports channels and all that for more, but that's just, man, sports fans, man, fans of Cincinnati. You know what I mean? You might have thought you was going to get one this year. Nah, not this year, homie. And I ain't trying to clown because my teams ain't doing much this year either. But damn, I didn't see it happen anyway. But I didn't think it was because of injuries, especially to Joe Burrow, that they weren't going to make the playoffs. I just thought simply teams in the AFC were just too good and they would just take a step back from the defensive players that they lost. Defense wasn't playing that bad up until the last few games, but yeah, that's a tough look. That's a tough hit all around. All right, let's get into some college football, though. So, James Madison, they're 10-0. They're ranked. Let's see what James Madison's ranked right now. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me just look at these rankings. Oh, they're not ranked? Oh, shoot. Nope, James Madison ain't even ranked. All right, they're ranked in the AP. But in the college football playoff rankings, they're not ranked at all. But in the AP, they're ranked number 18. So they're ranked 18. They're 10-0, and they're not bowl eligible. Let me get that right for you. So basically, the story is, and let me see. Sure, I'll get this right for you. So the NCAA denied the bowl eligibility waivers for James Madison. Second year in a row they did this. Last year they were 8-3. This year they're 10-0. Now they're probably going to get into a bowl because there's not enough 6-6 teams. You have to win 6 games to be bowl eligible. But the fact that they have to petition and do this because they're transferring from the FCS to the FBS, man, it's crazy to me. James Madison looks like they're a damn good football team. I watched them a little bit. They could play. Why should they even have to be doing anything like this? That's the crazy part. That's just absolutely crazy that is actually happening, that James Madison has to do that. Petition to get into a bowl game. And there might not even be a New Year's Six bowl game. Like, if they're going to petition, at least put them in a game where they're going to play on a big stage where we actually see what they got going on, because they're 10-0. That's not going to happen, man. NCAA, they just continue to do bozo stuff, man. If not from the Jim Harbaugh thing, which, again, I'm tired of talking about it. Look, he admitted he was going to fight it. the 3-game suspension. Now he's gonna just accept it. That's it. They just fired their coach, one of their linebackers coach, Chris Partridge, because the NCAA had evidence against him or whatever the case is. Man, this whole thing's a mess. The NCAA is a mess. And they basically reserved right to come back in and hit him again with more sanctions if they find more evidence, even after they close their investigation on Jim Harbaugh. Like, the NCAA is a bunch of bozos, man. I'm tired of talking about the NCAA. Hey, listen, man, they need a whole new structure, tear it all down. Tear it all down, NCAA. But this is crazy what they're doing to George Madison Dukes. James Madison Dukes, I'm sorry. So, yeah, I'm looking out, though. We'll see how they do tomorrow. I got them. We'll get into one of my bozos and all that. But yeah, that's just a crazy story, and I just think it's messed up, man, what they're doing to that team. NCAA, man, do better. Do better. All right. Now let's get into last night's game, Thursday Night Football. As we kind of talked about, aforementioned Bengals losing to the Ravens. Let's get into it, man. Final score of what was it, 34-14 or something like that. Hold on, let me just get it right. I messed up. Give me 1 second. 34-20, I'm sorry. 34-20. Yeah, late touchdown to Jamar Chase. Jake Brown took him down. I mean, you seen Joe Burrow when he threw that touchdown to Joe Mixon. He just, as soon as he threw it, he went down. And then they saw him on the sideline, and we couldn't throw that ball, and that was it. And he went off screaming. Kind of knew he wasn't coming back into the game. Now, you didn't know how long he was going to be out. I mean, there's 7 weeks left in the season, but it's significant if he's out for the rest of the season. That's a significant wrist injury that he's out for the season. If he's out for the season, that's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, he's got torn ligaments in his wrist. Like, how do you tear a ligament in your wrist? That's crazy. But anyway, overall, Ravens just took control. That's just all I seen. Ravens took control of the game. They might have lost. The Ravens themselves had a big loss. They might have lost Mark Andrews for the season. Listen, man, it's a bruising game overall. The football. Shout out to all the football players, man. I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. But yeah, Ravens just had control of the game. That was my takeaways of it. They basically just capitalized on refs calling some phantom calls and also injuries to the Bengals. They capitalized on injuries, took control of the game, and that was it. They never relinquished it. And that's how that game went. 34-20 Ravens. I think it's over for the Bengals. I mean, even if Joe Burrow would have came back at some point this season, I think it would have been over. Even if he would have missed a game or two, I still think it would have been over because, as I said, I didn't have the Bengals in the playoffs anyway. But, yeah, this definitely solidifies it. This just definitely solidifies. I mean, let's look at some stats. What do we got here? All right, so obviously Joe Burrow, he threw for 100 yards and a touchdown before he left. Lamar Jackson, he threw for 2 touchdowns, 264 yards. QBR 70, pass rate of 123. Not overall a good game. 16 for 26, no picks. There's the good thing. No turnovers. Gus Edwards had a decent day, 62 yards. No real, the running game's going to kind of be running back by committee because Lamar Jackson's going to be, he's going to get around 50 yards himself. You know what I mean? Then Keaton Mitchell he had 33 yards. Odell Beckham, okay, starting to come along a little bit. 4 catches, 116 yards. Nelson Aguilar caught a touchdown pass. Rashad Bateman caught a touchdown pass. I mean, that's what they want. Now, especially with Mark Andrews being out, you got to spread it around now. You can't just rely on your security blanket. Somebody else got to be that his go-to guy. Hopefully it's Odell. Love to see Odell do his thing. Let me get back to rare Odell form. Yeah, overall, man, Baltimore just took advantage of Cincinnati being hurt and banged up. So good win for the Ravens. I don't know where Cincinnati goes from here, but I'm not saying they're going to play for next season, but put it together, see if you can scratch out some wins, and maybe you can get into the playoffs. But if not, yeah, see what you have and build for the future, build for next year. All right. So, yeah, we just talked about a little bit of college football. Let's get into some of the games that I'm looking forward to this week. So, games I'm looking forward to, Michigan coming off a good win against Penn State. This is going to be a second game without Jim Harbaugh. Another revenge game. I'm probably going to say the same thing next week about Ohio State, so I'm looking forward to that game. I'm looking forward to Georgia, Tennessee. Georgia again. Excuse me. This is the big test. This is going to be their last test until they get to Alabama in 2 weeks. Because next week they have Georgia Tech and then it's Alabama. I want to see what Georgia does. Brock Bowers obviously back. They see they're getting healthy at the right times and they're rounding in the form. Georgia, I believe, is a 10.5-point favorite. Let's look it up real quick. See if we can find it. Georgia 10-point favorite. I was right. Georgia 10-point favorite. Let's see if they let's see if they beat the brakes off Tennessee. I think they will. That's not my 5 locks though, but I think they will. And also my last game that I'm looking forward to, UCLA, USC. How does USC go out? I mean, this could be the final game of Caleb Williams' career. He might not play the next game. We know he's not playing in the bowl game, so this could be it. This could be the final game of his career. Probably should be. We're pretty sure he's coming out, but yeah, I'm interested to see that game and see how they go out. All right. And now, but the thing is, I meant to say really is, with that game with UCLA and USC, can USC score some points? UCLA is top 10 in yards allowed. It's going to be intriguing to see how they do against that defense. And like I said, can Caleb Williams go out with a nice win against the crosstown rival and, start preparing for the draft? All right, here's my locks. I got Michigan. Just talked about them. I think they're going to beat the brakes off Maryland. Minus 19.5. They're going to smash them. I got Rutgers plus 20.5 at Penn State. Penn State doesn't look good, man. Like, I had a little faith in Penn State, but the Ohio State and Michigan games really just made me say, nah, I'm good. I'm good on Penn State. And then, so yeah, I'm going Rutgers. I got James Madison. We just talked about him. James Madison, I think they're going to beat the brakes off Appalachian State, minus 9.5. I got the UCLA Bruins. I got them plus 6.5 at USC. I think if USC does beat them, it's going to be at a field goal. It's not going to be USC's not going to run away from them. I think UCLA keeps it close, or if not, wins outright. And then my last game, I got Kansas plus 9.5 at Kansas State. I think Kansas wins this game outright. Kansas has had some stumbles, man, in games that they shouldn't have stumbled on at or in. Kansas could have been there. I mean, they got good wins. Obviously they got the breaks beat off by Texas, but a good win against Oklahoma. Let's see. You know what I mean? They got some pretty good wins though. They did lose to Oklahoma State though, which Oklahoma State let me down last week. So they messing up my parlays, y'all. They messing up my parlays. But yeah, I got Kansas holding it down plus 9.5 at Kansas State. Hosting Kansas State, I should say. All right. So now let's get into the pros. The games I'm looking forward to. Is let's see. Steelers hosting the Browns. Was interested to see what they do without Deshaun Watson, DTR. I can't forget his whole name, but yeah, DTR. Let's see how he does. The other game I'm really looking forward to, obviously my Commanders. I want to see if you're at home now. The Giants basically shut you down that first game. You're an 8.5-point favorite at home. Ron Rivera, this is time to make a statement game. There can be no win by 5 or win by 7 or win by a field goal. You have to beat the Giants. Beat them by 15. You got to beat them by at least 2 scores for me to think, okay, this team has a shot to go on a nice run and make the playoffs. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, your defense has let you down in critical games. Should have beat the Eagles. Should have beat the Seahawks last week. I mean, the defense has let the Commanders down all season, but definitely in those critical moments. Like, my man Sam Howell goes down, ties the game up. Nice feed. Nice find to Damani Brown. And then what happens? The defense, just 56 seconds left, and the defense just lets them just march down the field. Game-winning field goal as time expires. This got to be a statement win. And it's not even really a statement, but I'm saying you got to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. You're 8.5-point favorite. That means they think you're superior to this team. You got to blow the doors off the Giants Sunday, without question. Well, I'm not going to be impressed. And either way, I think it's over for Ron Rivera anyway. It should already be over for both of them. But, yeah, that's the game I'm looking forward to. Other game I'm looking forward to, Vikings-Broncos, Sunday nighter. Broncos seem to be on a little bit of, they're 4-5. I mean, they got an outside chance to make it the playoffs. But listen, they get a win here, get a little closer. Things start to get a little, you know what I mean? Things start to get a little crammed up in the AFC, and you start to really kind of scratch your head and say, maybe they can get in this thing. Maybe the Broncos can make some noise after a a horrible start. And you know, Sean Payton was looking real crazy out here after he was talking all that shit about Nathaniel Hackett and all that. Yeah, but now they starting to cut. They're looking like the offense is starting to round into form. Defense is playing better. They get this win against Minnesota, which is likely. I'm not saying it, you know, they can't, because obviously Josh Dobbs is cool. He's good. He's been doing his thing, but he's not Kirk Cousins. He definitely ain't Kirk Cousins. So yeah, I think if the Broncos get this win, you're gonna be talking about them maybe sneaking into the playoffs or have a really good chance to sneak in there. All right, here's my locks though. Aforementioned Steelers, the Browns 1.5. I don't even know how the Browns are favored in this game. That's crazy. All right, Jaguars -7 over the Titans. Titans are 3-6. Damn, you thought trading for what's my man? No, signing DeAndre Hopkins was gonna make a big difference and all that. Not really. The Cowboys -10.5 at the Panthers. They should blow these dudes out. It should be over with. Pause. Lions -7.5 at the Bears. It should be even bigger than that. I think they're gonna beat them by at least 14, maybe even 20. And then the last one, I got the Jets +7 at the Bills. Buffalo, man, it's time. They made Ken Dorsey a scapegoat. They made him a scapegoat, and that's dead wrong. They doing that. Because Josh Allen is turning the ball over a lot, and he's just not making the right reads. And their running game is suspect. Defense isn't all that great either. This is the last scapegoat for Sean McDermott, though. And I think the Jets keep it close. I think the Jets probably, if they lose by a field goal. All right. Those are my locks. All right, we come back from the break. Actually, one quick thing before we go. So a report came out about Carissa Thompson. I was going to leave for later, but I'm just talking about it right now because it's not. Look, I'm a fan of the game. I don't know the ins and outs of the whole sideline reporting and all that. I don't want to diminish them either. They're great. Obviously, they give us insight. But I just want to say the comment that she made on her podcast. It's called I forgot the name of her podcast. Man, I don't know if it's Part of My Take. I believe that's what it's called. With her and Aaron Andrews. So the comments that she made was she basically said she may sometimes that coaches wouldn't give you things and you couldn't get the right information, so she would just make stuff up. It's just damaging, man. Like, come on, like, listen. I don't know if she told the truth out loud or if she said the quiet part out loud. I hope she didn't, because again, she just damaged the integrity of every sideline reporter and the history of what they did, even sideline reporters. And I don't mean history. I just mean like going back and the work that they put in. You kind of just crumbled that with a couple lines saying what you did, because Carissa Thompson she's highly regarded. I like Carissa Thompson. I watch her on Fox. I watch her on, obviously, on Amazon Prime. I watched her when she was a sideline reporter. I remember she was on ESPN when she was on Numbers Don't Lie and all that. She's good. She's great at her job. So for her to say that, I used to just make stuff up sometimes. And if she would have said maybe once, people like, all right, that's crazy. But she said she just sometimes. So you did it multiple times. Like, man, that's a bad look, Carissa. That's a bad look. I don't know how she's gonna clean it up. She was on the telecast last night. Obviously, you ain't gonna ask her about it. She's the lead host. But at some point, she's gonna have to come out and clean that up and say, look, I don't know what she meant. Give her some context. What incident are you referring to? I mean, what games are you referring to? Something like that. But that's just crazy, man. And you really just damage the integrity of your coworkers or your fellow sideline reporters. You know what I mean? Your contemporaries, by saying what you said. You know what I mean? Like, do better, Carissa. Do better. That's a bozo move. You're a bozo for that. Sorry, I hate to say it like that. You're a straight bozo. All right, we come back from the break. Get into some NBA, some other topics. Hockey incident that happened. Adam Johnson was killed. They call an incident racist. I don't know. I'll share my thoughts. You can also give me your thoughts on that topic when I talk about it, and every other topic that I just spoke about, and all the topics. Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment, support the movement. Fanatical Massholes, your boy Mizzo. Will be right back after this.
Y'all fly forever. Ayy, I'm fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip. Y'all fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip.
Yo, welcome back. Massholes Show, your boy Mizzo holding it down. All right, let's get back into it. So, shout out to Bleacher Report. They released the topic. A story says 10 NBA players who don't deserve a starting role right now. So I'm going to read the list real quick. Malik Beasley from the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm gonna tell you if I think he should be. I mean, who's not playing right now? Who is he replacing? Do I think they should stick with him? I mean, yeah. I mean, who are you gonna put him with? What's my man's name? Pat Connaughton. I think Pat Connaughton's a better bench player than Malik Beasley is. So yeah, I think he's Malik Beasley's fine there. I think Malik Beasley's gonna come along. Torrey Craig for the Bulls. Yeah, Torrey Craig was always a bench player, but I mean the Bulls are rebuilding. They should be rebuilding. How about that? Bulls should be rebuilding. So yeah, I think Torrey Craig is definitely, is definitely a bench player. He shouldn't be starting. Definitely not. I mean, what is he? He's the only Bulls rotation regular starter supporting a single-digit efficiency rating. Yeah, but again, that's not. He wasn't a starter. I mean, he comes off the bench, gives you energy. I mean, he's shooting 32% from the field. I mean, he's averaging 4 points. I mean, fewer since his rookie season. Yeah, I mean, but again, that's not his spot. It's not what he was not a starter. He comes off the bench. I like Torrey Craig as a bench player. He's not a starter. James Harden for the Clippers. Now, this one, I'm with that. Listen, that James Harden, he keeps saying he's not sacrificing, but you should be sacrificing. I'm gonna say it like this: James Harden can make a team better with his passing, his playmaking abilities. But right now on the Clippers, Russell Westbrook is the better team player, and Russell Westbrook is coming off the bench now. No, absolutely not. Nah, James, you coming to this team? I was there. James should be James should be on the bench, and Russell Westbrook should be starting. Russell Westbrook, I'm gonna say it again, is a better team player. And James Harden is it makes a team better. How about that? He's a better playmaker. You know what I mean? He can make a team better just by him being on the court and him being there. But Russell Westbrook is a better team player. He plays better with his teammates. He moves off the ball and he passes. The ball doesn't stick to his hands. No, I definitely think James Harden should be on the bench too. I'm with him. He should be on the bench and let Russ start. You come out, give him that instant offense. I mean, you was six man with OKC. What's wrong with it? I mean, Manu Ginobili did it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Doesn't mean, you know what I mean, that you lost anything or whatever, even though, again, he's getting up there in age. To me, if I'm Ty Lue, I'm going to James, look, man, you got to come off the bench. I'm going to need you to do this. If he doesn't want to do it, I mean, what else do you have to lose? I wouldn't do this to Russ, though. Russ doesn't deserve to get pulled out of the starting lineup. That's just me. Real talk. Russ does not deserve to get pulled out of the starting lineup. The next one is Killian Hayes from Detroit. I mean, he's all right. I mean, what is he? He's averaging about 11 points. I mean, he's a 7th pick in the draft. You got to stick with him in Detroit. I mean, they got a good team. Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham, Isaiah Stewart. Yeah, they got a nice team over there. I mean, I don't see who you take out for him. Short Thompson, I like him too. Jalen Duren. I just think Killian Hayes might have earned the right to stay on to be a starter. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be just sent to the bench yet. Maybe by the end of the season, yeah. Josh Okogie, I mean, I think he's really on for the Suns. I think he's only there really because Devin Booker and Bradley Beal have been hurt. That's really why I think he's been in the starting lineup. I mean, he's definitely should be. I mean, to me, yeah, I would like him come off the bench and giving that kind of that energy, that instant offense, because he can score. And he gets to the rim. He's tough. I like Josh Okogie. Jordan Poole, listen, I'm gonna get into Jordan Poole in a minute. But Jordan Poole, who are you gonna put him on the bench for? Who's putting him in the starting lineup? You know what I'm saying? I don't see anybody. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not putting him. I'm not taking him out of the starting lineup. You got to keep him in the starting 5. I just think he's not. I just think Jordan Poole is not as good as we all thought he was. He's a volume shooter. He kind of needed to play with a team like the Warriors. You give him a team where you kind of say, look, this is you giving you the keys somewhat. See what happened, and we're seeing it. Cam Reddish for the Lakers. Again, once Jared Vanderbilt comes back, Cam Reddish will be on the bench anyway. But Cam Reddish has come on lately. He's doing his thing. You know what I mean? Shooting better from the 3, getting to the rim, playing great defense. You know what I mean? Pesky defender. I always thought he was one of the better out of the 3, out of R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, and Zion Williamson. I thought he was going to be the better. He had the better upside. And we'll see what happens. Playing alongside LeBron could kind of make see his potential. Seeing that he's got a bigger ceiling. Yeah, but again, he's going to go back to coming off the bench or being, in a rotation, just not the starting five once Jared Vanderbilt comes back anyway. Obi Toppin, I haven't watched much of Indiana this year. I'm not gonna lie to you. Obi Toppin was always was never a starting five player anyway in New York. It shouldn't have been the same thing in Indiana. It shouldn't be. I mean, it should be. To me, if you're gonna do it, it's gonna be what's my man's name? Shoot. Damn, what's the point guard's name? I'm bugging out right now. Oh, I'm tripping. Tyrese Halliburton. It's gonna be Halliburton. Buddy Hield. I mean, if you want to put Bruce, if you want to go Bruce Brown, yeah, Buddy Hield, Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, they're 5 years. It shouldn't be them. He's a 4, so I would keep Miles Turner in there. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen much. Like I said, I haven't seen much Indiana, but I don't think he wouldn't be a 5 anyway. I wouldn't keep him in there as a 5. Starting 5. Andrew Wiggins, his slump is saying that he should definitely not be in the starting 5. But who are you going to replace him with? Kuminga's got the upside, but I don't know if they don't have any faith in him or what's going on. So I don't know. I wouldn't take him out. Zion Williamson from the Grizzlies. I mean, you got a lot of injuries going on here. There's injuries. Steven Adams is gone. Obviously, John Morant's not there yet. My man Clark, he's gone. He's gone. He tore his Achilles, so he won't be back to either later this season or next season. So what will you do with him? You can't move him out. So for now, he's got to stay in there. But yeah, that was my real takeaways from that mostly though is that James Harden should definitely be on the bench. James Harden should be on the bench. Torrey Craig, he should already be on the bench for sure. You know what I mean? And then Jordan Poole, what the hell are you gonna do with him? Who are you gonna put in for him? Nobody. All right, moving on. Speaking of Jordan Poole, I mean Jordan Poole. Like, you've seen some of the moments that he's had where he just ill-advised shots. You see him in the huddle, and he's just not. I think it was against the Nets, matter of fact. Yep, against the Nets this weekend, where he's just not even interested. And he's not. He's in the huddle, and he's looking, but he's not really paying attention to the play. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just, man, listen, I don't know. Golden State seen something. They seen something that. Obviously, they gave him the bag first, and then they must see something. Maybe that getting that bag got to his head because he had a great year last year, great postseason, capped it off with a championship, obviously. And I don't know, he feeling himself too much because what he doing, this ain't it. They kind of, like I said, they gave you the keys to this. This might be one of the worst moves of the offseason. This move right here, Jordan Poole. I think so far. You know what I mean? This season, I'm going to say it's in season. I'm going to say it's Clippers for James Harden. I think that right now is looking like the worst move. But the offseason, I'm going to say right now, Jordan Poole going to the Wizards. That trade is looking bad. It's looking real bad for the Wizards. Not looking good at all. Another quick topic I want to get into, man. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama, they went up at it. I don't know if it was highly touted. But I read what somebody put, what did they say? Hold up. It was where they said, oh, hold up, my bad. Damn, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Oh. Anyway, well, they combined for 8 points. No, they combined for 15 points, 7 for 24 shooting, 7 turnovers. And someone said, the historic matchup that was whatever. It was ass, basically. You know what I mean? It was trash. A trash matchup. What do you expect? They both rookies. Chet Holmgren didn't play last season. Foot injury. Victor Wembanyama's a rookie. Yes, they're tall. They're skilled. They can dribble. They can block. They block shots. 171, 174. They're rookies, though. Like, you can't expect these dudes to go out and light it up, even if it goes against each other. They're not going to light it up. I promise you the next matchup, they probably both get at least 15 to 20. 15 boards, at least they get a double-double. 15 points each, 10, 12 boards, 4 blocks. You know what I'm saying? 4 assists. They'll probably have a better matchup this time. But again, they're rookies, man. You got to relax. Listen, we've gotten too much of this microwave society where as soon as we see something, he's going to be good right away and be mad when he's not. Look, you got to give him time. It's not meant for everybody to just come in and just take over as soon as they get in the league. There's only one. There's not too many LeBrons and MJs that do stuff like that. There isn't too many of them that just come in the league and shine. You know, so I mean, we got to give them time, man. Everybody, pump your brakes a little bit. Let's be easy. Let's be easy. All right, last topic really for the NBA. So the 2024 draft is said to be a weak draft. Now I'm gonna tell me if you know any of these players. Hold up 1 second. Comment if you know. Justin Edwards, Kentucky. Now I watched a little bit of Kentucky the other night. I watched the game Kentucky against Kansas. They was winning too. Kansas came back, wore them down. Kentucky was up double digits. Kentucky looks good though. Kentucky looks good. But I don't know. I never heard of him. Tyrese Proctor from Duke. What is he? He's one of the bigger unknowns. I don't know if what is he, a freshman? I'm not even saying what he's classed. Yeah, he reclassed, so now he's a freshman. I know Cal Filipowski. I know him. They got him going 11, ranked 11th in as far as on the draft board. Tyrese Proctor 7, Justin Edwards number 1. So he's just some notables. DJ Wagner, Kentucky. Okay, but you know who I like from Kentucky? Dillingham. That kid's nice. No, I think he's number 0. He's nice. Young point guard. Again, he's a freshman. He made some mistakes, but he hit big shots, big threes. I like that kid. So DJ Wagner, I don't know. El Marco Jackson, Kansas. Never heard of him. Aaron Bradshaw, Kentucky. Never heard of him. Mark Mitchell, Duke. Never heard of him. So this is the big board, though. Izan El Mansa, G League Unite. Never heard of him. Donovan Klingman, UConn. Never heard of him. Jacob Walter, Baylor. Never heard of him. Matis Buzelis, G League. Never heard of him. Stefan Castle, UConn. Never heard of him. Alex Sarr, France. Never heard of him. Isaiah Collier, USC. Never heard of him. And Ron Holland, GU Blank. Never heard of him. You know, I have heard of Caitlin Clark, Haley Van Lith, Cameron Brink, Angel Reese. I mean, listen, I'm not saying these guys should stay, but I remember Magic proposed something. Magic Johnson, shout out Magic Johnson. He proposed something a few years back. We said, look, you can come out when you're 18, but if you go, you got to stay for at least 3. I think he said 3 years, but I'm saying 2. You can come out, kind of like baseball. You can come out. You should let them come out at 18. But if you go, you got to stay at least 2 seasons in college. You got to stay at least 2 seasons in college. It ain't really just about because we don't know you, but you want to be, if you're a homegrown name, that means you're good. You can play. We don't know if these kids can play because we ain't never seen them. It's one and done and just leaving. Like it's to me, it's watered down the game of men's basketball. The women's basketball game has grown leaps and bounds because we know them. They stay. And with NILs, a lot of them just say, man, I'm not going. I'm staying my whole 4 years. Forget 3. I'm staying the whole 4. Let's go. Like, it's just so, you know, that's my biggest takeaway from that is, yeah, it's not about, it's going to be weak. We don't know them. We don't know if they can play or not because we never seen these guys. Now, we watch a little more and, you know, as the season goes on, watch college basketball, we'll see. But, yeah, they're just not household names. Period, point blank, they're just not household names. Yeah, they don't look like stars that'll jump off your page and say, okay, no, because no one's talked about them. But maybe that's why they should stay. Refine their game, stay a couple seasons. Like I said, if you're 18, you should be able to come out. But if you go to college and you enroll, you got to stay at least 2 seasons. That's just me. All right. So now, quick serious topic, man. Second, here we go. Let me get to it. Pardon me. So, again, rest in peace, Adam Johnson, skater who died, freak incident where his throat was cut by another hockey player in England. So they're calling his racist. He's actually been charged. The guy's name is Matt Petgraves. He's black. Adam Johnson's white. So basically, it says a suspect has been arrested and charged with manslaughter and death of a hockey player whose neck was cut during a mid-game collision with an opposing player, described as a freak incident. British police have not announced the name of the suspect, but Adam Johnson died after the skate of Matt Petgraves struck his neck during a match between Nottingham Panthers and Sheffield Steelers last month. Obviously, there's a graphic video. Now, they're saying the fans quickly peppered Petgrave with racist insults and amplified calls for his arrest and criminal charges, despite the absence of any apparent nefarious intent while competing in a sport in which violence has occurred and fist fights are written in the rule book. I mean, listen, I don't know. I seen the video. I don't think he intentionally did it. Why he got arrested, I don't know. I don't know if it's racist either. But again, on both sides, things like that shouldn't be thrown out. Had it been a white player and it been a black person, I don't think they should have said, well, he did it because he's racist. Nah. That's crazy. To slice someone's throat while everybody's playing hockey? Potentially do that? Like, that's, man, listen, come on, man. What if you cut someone else's throat? Like, that's just to make those accusations, man. We got to stop just throwing wild accusations. That's the world we live in, this propaganda and just throwing out accusations about every little thing just to see, throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks, if you will. Man, we got to stop doing that, man. Again, he's getting charged. We'll see what happens. But to say it is racist, man, I'm calling bullshit on that, man. We got to stop doing that. If you don't want it done when it comes to black and white, don't do it when it comes to white and black, or whatever the case. You know what I'm trying to say. If a white person did it to him, if it was vice versa, you wouldn't want to call Adam Johnson a racist. You wouldn't want us calling him that. Or anybody black calling him that. So don't just necessarily jump and say that Matt Petgraves is racist until the facts come out. Again, rest in peace, Adam Johnson. Crazy incident. But come on, man. Let's pump the brakes, man. We got to stop doing things like this. Slow the fuck down. Pardon my language. All right. Quick rant before I get up out of here, man. Oakland sports losing another team. Now they've lost all their teams. The Oakland A's are set to leave for Las Vegas. Well, the lease runs out next season. In Oakland. Their new ballpark won't be built in Las Vegas until 2028. So where they're going to play for 3 more seasons is beyond me. But yeah, they're leaving Oakland. Obviously, the Warriors moved across the bay to San Francisco. The Raiders moved to Las Vegas. Damn, man. Like, listen, what's going on in Oakland? Like, nobody cares about the sports. Like, what? Like, how does it this beautiful city? I never been there. I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Show me some love when I come out there. How does a city like this can lose all their teams? Like, no one's putting up a fight. No one's trying. Where's all the billionaires out there or millionaires that's from Oakland that's saying, nah, we want to keep them. You can't love the team and just let them go away too. How about you chip in and help them out? You know what I mean? Maybe if the city can't, like, if you really want them, they chip in. But guess what? Now they're going to Vegas. Now again, some people from Oakland might say, well, okay, Vegas is what? I don't know how far Vegas is from Oakland. You know what I mean? It might be a few hours. I don't think it's 4 hours. I heard Vegas is like 4 hours from LA. It might be like, what, 12 from Oakland? You know, are you still going to consider them their team? Like, you're killed, man. Listen, it sucks how sports fans can lose, a whole fan base can lose a team that you poured your heart out into, supported them, and that team could just be gone. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Shout out to Oakland, man. It's sad, man. It's sad. Real sad. All right. What else? Man, listen. There's a report coming out saying that Yankees have a good chance of shot at getting Juan Soto. Listen, man, Hal Steinbrenner, you want to start getting back in our good graces, make this happen. Hal Steinbrenner, Brian Cashman, make this happen by any means necessary. I seen they just traded Jake Bowers. Who cares? Look, Jake Bowers is cool for a couple minor league players or something from the Milwaukee Brewers. No, Juan Soto, go get Juan Soto. If you're not going to go get Shohei, go get Juan Soto. He's a left-handed bat. Okay? Good outfielder. He hits for power. He hits for average. That's what you need. Go get Juan Soto. And go get Gio Urshela, too, back. Definitely go get them back. Again, shout out my man Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole. Cy Young. Let's go. Let's go, Yankees. Garrett Cole, Cy Young. All right. And then here's my, let's get into the bozos. I got 3 bozos and quick ones, man. One is Brian Cashman. So he comes out and basically I'm paraphrasing, he calls Junior Carlos Stanton injury prone. He says it, just says the quiet part out loud. Why would you say something like that? You still owe this man some money. You still got like 2 or 3 more seasons with him on the books. No one's going to trade for him and definitely not going to give you what you want. But you say that? Like, Cashman just fumbling the bag, whatever the case is. Man, he's just tripping himself up at every turn. Every time he speaks, it's just like, come on, here we go again. You just put your head over your head like, you know, that emoji where you just, oh, come on, man. Every time this dude speaks, he does something like this. Now I looked up his numbers, the games that he missed. So in his 7 years with the Yankees, out of a possible 1,134 games, Giancarlo Stanton has missed 325 games. It's about 25, a little over 25% of the games. It's not good. I don't think it's horrible, but it's definitely not good. Is he injury prone? It seems it. I'm not gonna tell the man to lose weight or lose not. Better conditioning, something's got to go down though. But for Brian Cashman to say that, you're a bozo. Again, Brian Cash, you keep getting bozo of the week. It seems like you should just be the bozo of the week every week for me. Every week you should be a bozo because you keep doing bozo shit. Come on, Brian. Damn. All right. Another bozo we got, Josh McDaniels. So when he got fired, Josh McDaniels decided to pull his kids in from trick-or-treating to tell him he got fired from his job. You couldn't let what that got to do with the kid? I mean, yes, it got something to do with the kids because that's livelihood, but you're getting paid still. They're paying you. It's not like you're not gonna have a check. They're paying you, and you pulled the kids out of trick-or-treating so you could tell them that you got fired instead of just waiting for them to come back and telling them the next day, let them sleep, enjoy some of their candy. Bozo. Josh McDaniels is a bozo. Hey, listen, if I'm Bill Belichick, that'll make me say, man, you ain't coming back with me wherever I go. And definitely, Bill, don't come to the Commanders. We don't want Bill Belichick. As a Commanders fans, we do not want Bill Belichick. No, 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 no. All right. Now, my last thing before I get up out of here. So I was listening to the NBA telecast, and Doc Rivers was talking about how he needed a babysitter in a pinch. And when he was playing with the Spurs. So he asked Dennis Rodman to do it. So everybody's like, what? And it's kind of been a topic now. And, they brought it up. So it's kind of, it ended with something funny. If you even if you wasn't a celebrity, if you had a celebrity in your Rolodex and you could call one celebrity and they said, all right, and you was in a pinch to say, all right, I'm going to call this dude, come watch your kids. What celebrity, and what does it matter? NBA player, who would it be? Who would you call to say, man, can you come watch my kids? Put it in the comments. Remember, subscribe, share, comment, support. I'd like to thank you all for watching the show. It's been the Fanatical Massholes. Shout out to our sponsors, Big Belly Barbecue, Young Fly Forever. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the games. And, happy Thanksgiving, because I'll be on next Friday. So happy Thanksgiving. Make sure you eat real good. Stuffing is my favorite. Let me know what your favorite is. I love the stuffing, man. I can eat the stuffing for like a week straight, especially the way I make it. Yeah, stuffing. And my mother's potato salad, yeah, that's what I rock. That's what I smash on for soon as my leftovers and all that. That's what I get down with. But yeah, put that in the comments as well. We love y'all, man. Peace and blessings. Fanatical Massholes. Your boy Mizzo. I'm out.
Peace. Y'all fly forever.
Turn that shit up, Joe.
Ayy, I'm fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip. Y'all fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip.